No one believed me when I said my $250,000 prize bull had been shot by a New York hunter in Gucci and $2,000 boots. But I've got the whole thing on camera. And guess who gave him permission to hunt on my land? The HOA president. Yeah, you heard me right. The Queen of Suburbia sold off hunting rights to my family ranch like she owned it. And by the time I was done, she'd be lucky to find a job selling jerky sticks at the gas station. Let me walk you through how I exposed the lies, defended my land, and took down the HOA tyrant who thought she could outsmart a Montana rancher. I'm Crispin Hall. The Hall Ranch has been in my family for 3 generations. We own 500 acres near Glacier National Park. Pure, breathtaking land. And our crown jewel? A prize bull named Ferdinand, worth $250,000. He wasn't just a show bull, he was legacy. My late wife Rebecca picked him as a calf. My daughter Callista raised him. And when Ferdinand won the national championship last year, it wasn't just a ribbon, it was our future, secured. But everything changed when the neighboring ranch went belly up, and some developers rolled in with money to burn and no respect for the land. They called it Elkridge Estates. Fancy name, zero clue. Leading their HOA was a woman named Vivian Hudson. Think Karen meets Wall Street. She used to sell luxury condos in Chicago and brought that same attitude here, like rural Montana was just another zip code to gentrify. I'll never forget that April morning. Gone, cold air, and one loud crack that echoed like a thunderclap. I sprinted to the sound and found Ferdinand on the ground, bleeding out near our creek. A single gunshot wound to his shoulder. Still alive, but barely. My daughter Callista arrived moments later, and when she saw him, her bull, her best friend, collapsed and crying, it nearly broke me. I called the sheriff and the vet, then knelt beside him whispering, "Hold on, big guy, we've got you." That was the moment I decided this wouldn't go unanswered. Sheriff Young didn't seem in a rush. Took his notes, said it was probably poachers. But poachers don't wear luxury fabric, and they don't drop rifle casings with laser-etched initials. While I was fuming, my phone buzzed with a text from my old neighbor, Bill Johnson. "You need to see this," he wrote. Attached was a glossy Elkridge Estates brochure, advertising exclusive hunting experiences on 700 acres of Montana land. The kicker? Elkridge only owned 200. The rest? That was my land. My creek, the same place Ferdinand was shot. Vivian Hudson had sold access to private land without a single phone call, and some clueless city slicker had pulled the trigger, thinking he had a legal right to be there. That's when this became personal. While Dr. Martinez performed a 4-hour surgery on Ferdinand, Callista and I got to work. We installed trail cams. We pulled our original deed and survey records, and we called in Paul Miller, my father's best friend, and one of the best land law attorneys in the state. He reviewed everything, then said, "Crispin, they faked the maps. This isn't just trespassing, it's fraud." Callista, who's a tech genius on top of being a ranch kid, went digging online. She found photos posted by a New York investor named Richard Coington, posing in our pasture, rifle in hand, tagging it Montana hunting experience. That same guy had a public LinkedIn post bragging about his exclusive trip arranged through private HOA connections. Vivian had turned our ranch into her personal safari park, for profit. We took the evidence, video, photos, the brochure, and the altered maps, and marched into the Elkridge HOA clubhouse. Vivian, in heels and pearls, greeted us with a fake smile. "Mr. Hall, there must be a misunderstanding." "Yeah? Explain the footage of your buddy Richard standing over my bull. Explain the maps your HOA submitted to the county with fake borders." She tried the usual deflections. Legal threats, charm, even her lawyer's son Bradford, quoting statutes he barely understood. But Callista was filming the whole thing, and this time we had backup. Turns out, Paul had sent a copy of the fraudulent permit to the State Land Commission. And Councilman Wilson, the guy who approved the map change? Yeah, he was in hot water now, too. Within a week, a full investigation was underway. Vivian tried to spin it, said it was a clerical error, but the evidence was too clear. She was removed from the HOA. Councilman Wilson was forced to resign. And as for Richard, the hunter with the Gucci boots, he's now banned from hunting in 6 states and had to pay restitution for animal cruelty and damages. Ferdinand survived. He's no longer a showbowl, but he still rules the pasture with his crooked but proud gait. And Callista? She's planning to take over the ranch one day, with her own breeding line, starting with Ferdinand's calves. As for me, I've got new fencing, new cameras, and a reminder that you don't mess with someone's land, their family, or their bowl. So if you've ever dealt with a Karen who crossed the line, drop your story in the comments. And hit that subscribe button if you're here for justice, one pasture at a time. Because some people buy land to flex, we fight for ours.